Then I'm going to go live into the Facebook group. Oh dear, I hope I didn't lose anybody. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I just cannot get this right.
Hangout next. Okay.
Hey, Kristen.
Yes.
I just joined, and when I click start video, it tells me you can't start your video because the host has stopped it.
I have. Thank you, Kate. So I have done
Is that on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
All the folks that are coming in now, in order to go Brady Bunch style with the four of us.
Okay. I get
I'm
it.
Trying to just.
That's my video, not your video.
Exactly. Yeah. So you should still be able to see us. Okay.
I just saw that you were having a problem, and I didn't know if those two things were related.
Okay.
I'm caught up now.
All right. Perfect. Close. All right. All right, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. Go live. Crazy stuff.
I see a pop-up that says the meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, just heard it.
Yep.
All right. Okay. This is weird. All right. So this is so crazy. All right. I'm going to just go.
Yeah, I think you go.
Okay, so basically what's happening is all I can see is the wicket. I'm in the Facebook group. I can't get back into the Zoom, which is kind of annoying. Oh no. Okay, good. Okay, good. Whew. I thought I lost everyone because I've got people, for whatever reason, I have people in the waiting room of this. Oy vey. Okay, y'all, this is
my phone out and we're live.
We are live.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna get started. Without any further ado, I apologize for the 5-minute delay and the technical glitches. They're really not glitches. They're just because I'm an idiot and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Truth be told, full disclosure, this is our very first time Zooming to Facebook Live. So we needed to kind of get that figured out. We actually came on the call 10 minutes early and we still started 5 minutes late. So this is what happens when you get nurses around a table trying to combine technology and education. It's kind of scary. So I want to say hello and welcome to everyone here tonight. And for those that are just joining us, my name is Kristen Boucher. And sorry, I'm just stopping videos as I'm doing this. I'm multitasking. And I am a registered nurse. I'm a platinum leader with Young Living. I'm a mom of 2 beautiful girls. I've got a 10-year-old and I've got a 6-year-old. Both are home from school right now because we are in the quarantine situation. So I am blessed beyond words to be able to be their mama and do this as my full-time gig. I'm no longer working as a nurse. I guess you could say I'm retired. I got started with Young Living about, 5.5 years ago. And I knew that I needed oils in my life. I was actually using really crappy oils from Amazon. Had no idea that there was a difference in quality. Fast forward to now, they've completely changed our lives. And actually they changed our lives within the first month of using them. And now we have an amazing team of lots of nurses, lots of awesome people that from all over the world that are sharing this oily lifestyle using these amazing products in their home every single day. So it's just a huge blessing to be able to work alongside these women who are like my family and my friends. It's just awesome. Like, it's surreal to me. So awesome. And the fact that we're all nurses, like, this was not planned, I promise you. And it wasn't until we were like, oh, it's 4 nurses talking about immune support tonight. So this is kind of cool. So you're going to hear from Ann Mayville, from Kay Cooney, from Julia Exaferis, all kinds of cool stuff. They're going to share their stories, how they got started, where they come from. And we're going to just kind of ping pong back and forth. We are using a script tonight, 14 pages, people. Yes, we're going to school you on all things immune support, not just specific to oils. So it's going to be really awesome. You're going to want to get your pen and paper, Take lots of notes. We are recording this, so hopefully if things go well, and we don't have any technical glitches, we will be able to upload this to YouTube. I want to just ask and beg humbly that due to the current situation that we have in our hands right now, please, please, please do not mention the word. I won't say it. I can't say it. Please don't even type it. In the Facebook Live, if it is mentioned, I will have to delete it. So it's just, we're in a very scrutinous situation right now where we just really can't speak to that. So we're just going to speaking specifically to general immune support. So can I get an amen? Can I get a pinky promise that that won't be mentioned? Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, and then again, I have to say the disclaimer, even though we are nurses, we cannot treat, prescribe, diagnose, cure any of that. We're going to be speaking for educational purposes only tonight. We're going to be sharing our stories, what works well for us, but really specifically around education, okay? Sound good? All right, so before I keep talking, I'm going to hand it over to Kay Cooney. You're going to love her. If you don't know Kay, you're going to love her. She's going to tell us her story. Prepare to be wowed and laugh a little because she's really funny. And she's going to share with us about, she's going to kick it off. So, Kay?
I'm on my best behavior tonight. So, hi there, folks. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We are really excited to be doing this for you tonight. I think there is a tremendous need and benefit to all of us. And I think it was really helpful to us as we were putting this together. It's an interesting time with folks and where they're at. And to be able to use our nurse brain / wellness coach brains and merge them is truly the best of all worlds for us. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. I have been with Young Living now for about 2 years. I started, Juliet is my niece and dear partner in crime. And she enrolled me and my kids about a little bit 2 years ago, like December 2017. And at the time, oh my goodness, here comes, look at photobomb.
Photobomb number one.
Well, hello, there's our first
Here we are.
photobomb.
In the bathrobe. Please don't knock this over. Yes, she sleeps naked, so she's just always in a bath. She's like Hugh Hefner.
To know her is to love her.
Exactly. Hey, real life, guys. Sorry, Kay.
In my previous world, I was a hospice director and hospice provider for 20-something years, probably closer to 25, 30, and worked as an advanced practice nurse in running hospice operations as well as doing pain management. And when I look at what I was doing then as to what I'm doing now, boy, oh boy, did I wish I had a lot of these products.
Sorry.
Doing consultations.
All right, sorry. I muted everyone and I unmuted. Go ahead, carry on.
Am I good?
You're
Okay.
good.
So now this is what I'm also doing on a full-time basis. So I'm going to jump right in because I want to be respectful of all of your time and just say, take notes, ask questions, put your questions in the chat or up on Facebook. If something resonates with you, give us a giddy up, a hell yeah, or a ooh mama, whatever you would like, right? This is good stuff and this is timely stuff. And the notes from this, here's the great thing, is this is getting video recorded. So what that means is if you hear something you love, you can take this and share this when we're done, right? So that's the beauty of doing this format. So I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to let you know, we're working off a script tonight, and we did that on purpose for lots of different reasons. I'm Irish, and I don't use a script, so this is going to be like training a naughty dog tonight with newspaper, making me read off a piece of paper. But we did it for a reason. And one of the reasons is to show folks that any of us can do this, right? That's a really huge, important part. But the other piece is we wanted to get the information spot on right. And at a point in time where compliance is so important, I'm going to ask you to forgive me, all you Irishmen out there who say, I don't need a script. I want you to just pray for me right now, having to use my eyes and paper. It's just such a tough day. So with further ado, diet and lifestyle, here I go. So diet and lifestyle has a profound influence over how long we live and our health and how good we feel. According to one study, 40% of our life expectancy is determined by genetics and 60% is lifestyle. Okay, that's pretty important. That means you have an awful lot of leeway in terms of caring for yourself and choosing your health. So that means that 60% is determined by our food choices, activity, and environment, something we are absolutely in control of. Crazy, right? It's pretty amazing. So what happens to our body that it needs this daily support? Well, our bodies really care about two things, right? And I think when you break this down and see how simple this is, it makes a lot of sense. Our bodies care about getting the nutrients that we need, right? It's a very smart system. It wants to get the nutrients and dealing with any of the toxins that we encounter, right? So getting rid of the bad guys, using the good guys. So pretty much that's it. So if we can keep these two things in balance, we're going to be in pretty good shape. So as we grow older and we see a steady decline in our immune system, partially some of this is due to free radical damage to our DNA, and it tilts our bodies into a state of inflammation. Lots of folks are talking about inflammation. I'm sure you've heard about it. If that's something you don't understand, let us know in the chat and we can elaborate on that. What I would like to point out, though, is that the oldest of the four nurses is the one that has the camera closest to their face and the brightest light and looks damn good. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you young little chickens over there. So yes, we age, but yes, we have some control over how well we age, right? So when our bodies encounter toxins, whether it's from food or our environment or our cells, have no choice. They're either going to die off, mutate, and become cancerous, right? So these are some of the things that we are looking to prevent. Think about your body as like a car, right? The older the engine, the more polluted, and the pollutants got to come out. So all of us have seen these amazing cars that have been restored to their initial assembly line beauty. That's what we're talking about here. So getting back to our bodies, the worse our diet, and oh dear God, if I was not the biggest offender on the planet, the worse of our diet, the more pollutants that come out of our cells, the more chemicals we rub on our skin or inhale when cleaning our homes, the more pollutants come out, right? So each of us have a very different load of bioaccumulation based on the choices we make in our life. These pollutants, oh, it says, I'm going to keep going. These pollutants are called free radicals.
What happened?
Keep going. Okay. So show of hands.
Oh.
How many really understand free radicals and what's going on in your body? Right? Really, really important concept. So they're the things that float around that we don't want there. They're like the waste products. They're the dirt in the gasoline, right? So free radicals are those pesky little buggers that disease and age us. They cause all sorts of damage, and it creates a lot of work for our immune system, right, to clean these free radicals out. So when you start getting more and more free radicals, your immune system's working overtime, right? So we're trying to balance and eliminate them. It's kind of like when you're a parent and you're trying to keep your house clean and the kids are running amok, the animals are coming and going, and life is happening, right? It's like this, we're constantly cleaning all day, right? I can remember my oldest daughter used to clean for me when she wasn't working, when she was home from school. And she'd say to me, "Ma, what's the sense in doing this? By the time I'm done cleaning, the kids have already messed it again." I'm like, yeah, hello. It's the same thing, right? It's a constant system, this immune system of yours, work. So if the immune system being our primary safeguard is what keeps disease in check. So how does it work? We get sick for several reasons. And sometimes the sickness can go as far as getting us to a state of disease. When our immune systems are switched off, is when disease can happen. What causes it to switch off? Lots of common day-to-day things. And think about this in perspective of what's going on to us over the last few days. Causes of disease state: stress, digestive weakness, messed up gut flora, lack of key nutrients, and lack of adequate sleep. Are you feeling any of those right now? I think a lot of us are. Only when we are well rested and nourished and have healthy guts does our immune system truly have the ability to kick in and keep us healthy. Interestingly, being sick is our body's way of healing after a long period of stress. This is why everyone gets sick right after the holidays, and it's like the perfect storm for illness sneaking in. Now, Theo. So we've had Theo, Mila, Asia. Anybody? Where's Will?
Yeah,
We're
the
waiting on
Mayville
Will.
boys are, I mean, I was expecting that.
Will is out of
Right?
the house until 7 p.m.
Oh,
Golden.
so just Stacky.
And that's my baby.
There's the baby, the oldest
would like-
baby.
I would like to hand off now to Miss Jules, my favorite baby mama nurse.
All right. So, am I telling anything, or just a little bit? I guess.
You're sharing your story, and then you can
Okay.
dive right into the content.
So I'm just going to do it briefly, just so that we can, I can respect everybody's time. So my name is Juliet, and I am a nurse. My specialty is maternity. So basically the perinatal period, pregnancy, birth, postpartum, breastfeeding. And let's see, I was introduced to Young Living essential oils. That's a whole other story that we'll talk about another time, which is pretty funny. But basically through Kristen, who is a dear friend of mine, that was about 3 years ago. And around the time that we got introduced, the highlight was that I was totally close to it. It was my husband who actually got us into it, which is funny. I have twin boys. You just saw Theo, and I think that I was just in the thick of it with my boys, and just really wasn't on my radar. Thankfully, Tom brought it into our home, and it really has, I'm not exaggerating, I mean, it has totally transformed our lives. Just the way that we deal with our health, the way that we manage our health. So we think of our essential oils and the Young Living products, which are chemical-free, green, plant-based products. We think of them as kind of like our wellness cabinet. You can see behind me, I have like one of my oil shelves, and we really try to go to our oils whenever possible. Around the time that we got started, my mother got a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, and I just felt very motivated to clean up, kind of ditch and switch, we call it, like get toxins out of our home. So that's a big part of this lifestyle as well. I think that basically covers it in a nutshell. So I am excited to be here today to talk about immune support. I think that, like Kay was saying, the stress, I mean, I think that we've all been feeling a heightened sense of stress right now, and that is something certainly that can compromise. I know for me, I can feel it. I think most people probably can. And I think that my journey with Young Living, a big part of it is how the oils have helped with my emotional health. So I'm definitely leaning on my oils and this community right now. And honestly, like I feel pretty good as far as like how I'm navigating it. So I really attribute that to this lifestyle. So I'm going to be talking about why we get sick, and Kay kind of mentioned that, kind of introduced that. So I'm actually going to be talking about 2 schools of thought when it comes to getting sick. So basically it's, okay, do we get sick because of the germs, or do we get sick because of the stress, or is it both? So the 2 schools of thought that are going to kind of dive deeper into this have to do with some research on how we get sick. And this is pretty fascinating when I was reading about this. So like lean in, it's a little bit nerdy, but I think you'll like it. So number 1, the theory is the germ theory. And then number 2, the other theory is called the pleomorphism theory. So in the simplest of terms, we either get sick because of germs that we come into contact with, or we get sick only when the terrain of our body becomes more favorable to disease. So the former we are familiar with, but what I could never understand was how some people you probably know these people. Some people can get so sick and so easily and often, and then some do not, or if they do, they recover quickly. Like, think about the people in your life, and there's kind of like those different groups of so the mere presence of germs does not constitute the presence of illness or disease, which is pretty interesting. So the pleomorphism theory hinges on the health of our microbiome. Our microbiome is basically our human cells, along with the bacteria that lives in our body. When our microbiome is disturbed, this can create an environment for opportunistic bacteria to cause illness and disease. That was pretty like, whoa, wow, okay. So with that in mind, what can we do to ensure that our body is healthy and we have a strong immune system? So basically, we need to foster a healthy terrain. So what this means is flooding our body with nutrients and antioxidants, like Kay was just talking about, to keep our cells healthy and clean. So the car analogy, again, if we think about like a fancy car, like a Ferrari, you wouldn't want to pump dirty gas into a Ferrari, right? Yet we seem to do that with our bodies. You hear about your bodies being your temple. I know for me that I don't always treat my body that way. So we want to be thinking of our body like a car. We need to fuel it for it to run. But in turn, we create pollutants as we burn off the fuel. And so if we're fueling our body with bad fuel, those pollutants will increase tenfold, especially as we get older and our engines don't run as well. Although I did like what Kay said about how she's the older, I guess the oldest one here, but look at her. Such an example of a transformation, which that's a whole other call, but sharing your story it's truly an honor to watch. So what do we do? What do these pollutants do? So they damage our DNA, and they either kill off our cells or make mutant cells that can cause cancer and other degenerative disease. All right, so what's the magic bullet? We've kind of already talked about it a little bit, but here it is. This is exciting. Besides eating completely clean, yes, unprocessed food and living in a bubble so we're not exposed to environmental toxins, which I don't really know anybody that can do that. The magic bullet is antioxidants. So antioxidants support our bodies so that they can process the undue damage that free radicals are doing every single day. So that damage is called oxidative stress. You probably heard about oxidative stress. So that has to do with free radicals. And when we undo that damage, it can keep our bodies humming along nicely. So we probably most of us have heard about antioxidants. So they're in things like blueberries and pomegranates. And if you're local to the South Coast, you might have tried the acai bowl. That's kind of one of those things that we're a fan of in this community. But how do you know which foods to choose? So there's this cool measurement tool. It's called the ORAC scale, which honestly, I don't know what that stands for. So whatever, that's another thing, we can Google it. But the ORAC scale is basically a measurement tool that is used to kind of allocate the amount of antioxidants that are in different foods. And so I'm going to give you a few examples of some foods, and this was like pretty exciting when I first read this. So blueberries, I think a lot of us know like blueberries, right? They're good with antioxidants. Their ORAC value is 9,621, which is not too shabby. But check this, pomegranates have a score of 10,500. That's awesome. And then even better, elderberries. So that's kind of a hot item you probably have heard about. Elderberries, they have a score of 14,697. So the thing about elderberries, there actually was a study, a Norwegian study, that showed that flu patients who received elderberry syrup felt better 4 days sooner than those who received a placebo, which is pretty cool. Elderberry syrup is super simple to make, and you can actually add your vitality, we call them, your vitality essential oils, which are the ones with the white label. You can add those to increase the antioxidant value and just to add a little bit of flavor, and we call it like supercharging your elderberry syrup. And we actually have some great recipes on our Facebook page. We have the Wicked Oily Hangout or Divine Wellness, where you can search for some recipes. All right, so I kind of blew my mind, the whole elderberry thing and how it's big, but like, this is like, whoa, awesome, mind blowing. So Ningxia wolfberries. Ningxia wolfberries, which I actually don't have right now, Chris, and I don't know if you have any, but it's okay.
Oh gosh.
It's like a little. You're panicking?
You don't have Ningxia blue. Oh, to show.
To show.
Claim it in your house. I'm like,
No.
oh my gosh, Jules. I do actually. Hold on.
Of course I have my Ningxia. It's right here. But the wolfberry is, it's called the Ningxia wolfberries. So get this. That's a bag of Ningxia wolfberries. So Ningxia wolfberries, the ORAC score, I'm sorry, but this is so freaking exciting. Mm-hmm. The ORAC score of Ningxia wolfberries is almost 30,000. Dude, 30,000, that's awesome. So they're super berries, they're super awesome at helping our body to overcome the damage from free radicals, and they're anti-aging. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about wolfberries for a moment. So you may be familiar with the goji berry. Wolfberries are basically the same thing. Wolfberries come from China. Goji berries are from India. But here's the thing. Not all wolfberries are created equal. The best source and the highest on the ORAC scale come from a place in China called the Ningxia province. And they have in this province this river. It's called the Honghe Yellow River, and it originates in the Himalayan mountains, and it flows through the province, and that is what creates the magic. So it creates a unique mineral-rich, fertile ground that produces incomparably potent wolfberries. So it is in this area of the Ningxia Valley where the wolfberries have the highest antioxidants. So Ningxia wolfberries are the key ingredient in Ningxia Red. So Ningxia Red, for those of you that are not yet familiar with oils, Ningxia Red, this is a little packet of Ningxia Red, and this is one of our most popular and amazing supplements. It's basically like a super puree juice, full of antioxidants. Ningxia is it's whole fruit, so it's like a wolfberry puree, and then it's infused with other antioxidant fruits like blueberries and pomegranates and cherries, and then it's infused with essential oils, which are loaded with antioxidants. So it's freaking awesome. I love, that's why Kristen was like, whoa, what? You don't have your Ningxia? Hello? It's like your V8. I'd be like, woo. All right. So one other thing I will say about Ningxia, a couple other things, I guess. So what's cool about infusing essential oils into supplements, so this is considered one of our supplements. So what's really, really cool, and this was another kind of mind-blowing thing that I just learned probably in the past year or so, is that when you infuse it with essential oil, it actually enhances the bioavailability of the supplement. And that's any supplement, because we're going to be talking about some other supplements later for immune support. And what that means, so increasing the bioavailability, what that means is that your body is able to absorb more of the good stuff and excrete, and it excretes, less. It doesn't, like, you're not peeing it out. So essential oils provide a level of synergy that enhances the effectiveness and the efficacy of both supplements and the oil when they're working together. So it's like really kind of this cool synergistic magic, kind of like that river in China. So our family drinks, I mentioned that I have twin boys, they are now 6, and my husband. So we all drink the Ningxia Red every day, all year long, to limit the effects of free radicals and just to kind of help our engines running strong. We love it. It tastes delicious. So that's the Ningxia Red. And how cool is it about that ORAC score? I love that. So now, before we dive into some of our favorite immune system tips, which, thank you, Anne. Anne's going to be talking about those. We'd be cheating you. Actually, you're not going to talk about that. You're going to talk about something else. So we'd be cheating you if we didn't share with you some other simple hacks for solid immune support. And this is only going to take a couple of minutes. And Anne Mayville, coming to us from Reno. She's awesome. Get ready to just be.
Bring it.
Oh, Bring it.
No pressure, Ann.
The pressure.
Pressure
Oh
to
my
be
God.
awesome.
Okay. Hey, y'all.
You don't
I'm
know.
Ann. I am coming to you from Reno, Nevada by way of South Louisiana for my first 28 years. I too am a registered nurse, and I think I've been a nurse for 22 years. Like, how is that possible? Oh my God. My biggest area of expertise is probably recovery room and surgery and things like that. I'm a mom, and I have two boys. They are 12 and 8, almost 8. And I have a very interesting story. So I was raised on Coca-Cola and Lay's potato chips and Oreos, and my mama cooked us a home cooked meal every night. And that to me is the epitome of when you know better, you do better, which I didn't know better until I turned probably 40. And that's okay, because when you know better, you do better. So I happily had a baby after one very traumatic miscarriage. And then we were so lucky that we had a baby. And then a few years later, we were like, well, we want another baby to make our family complete. And we tried and we tried and we tried. And I had miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage for a total of about 5. And it was completely gut-wrenching and heartbreaking. And I didn't completely know why. I was very medical still at that point and just really doing a lot of medical things. So we finally got pregnant successfully with another baby, and it looked like things were going to stick and we were going to be okay. And one day, lo and behold, I walk out of the bathroom and notice a lump on my neck that turns out to be thyroid cancer. And it completely rocked me to my core because I was so happy to be pregnant with another baby, and then to be diagnosed with cancer. I'm like, are you kidding me? So at that point, I kind of turned away from all things medical, and I'm like, I'm going to get down to what's really wrong, what's happening. So I was very angry, I was very upset, and I spent a lot of sleepless nights surfing the internet, saying, what am I doing? And lo and behold, I accidentally found Kristen Boucher. And we know there are no accidents.
No.
And she was running this amazing cleanse, and it was just about real food and her advice. And she asked some bullet points, and to every bullet point she asked, my answer was yes. Oh my God, yes. Do you have brain fog? Do you have excess mucus? Do you have bloating? Do you have this, that? Yes, yes, yes. So I emailed her and said, listen, girl, I'm pregnant, and I've got this, that, and that. So actually this was right after Will was born. But anyway, she was like, oh my God, okay, I got you. And she did. So I did this amazing cleanse with her, and I felt wonderful, and it made a big difference in my well-being. So I too used oils from everywhere: Whole Foods, Vitacost, God help me, probably even Walmart. And I started hearing some things about quality. So after maybe 100 times of hearing things about quality, I was like, oh, it really does matter. Okay. And my thought was, if this woman who has taught me so much and led me to such a better place uses Young Living, guess what I'm using from now on? And when I finally chose a Young Living oil and replaced God knows what I had in the bottles at home, the difference was mind-blowing. And here we are 4 years later, and I'm ecstatic to be here. So thank you, Kristen.
Love you. Oh, your story.
Helping me change my life and the life of my family. It really does. It makes you feel good. When you know better, you do better. And that's a very, very comforting thought to me. So we're going to dive into the content too. And I've got my notes to try to keep me on track in respect of everyone's time. Okay, so yeah, not all bugs are bad. And I do feel like this is a little bit of new information. Because in the past we did. It was get rid of everything, every bug, everything has got to go. And I have to tell you, in my non-holistic days, I was like that. I was like, bring on the antibiotics, bring on this, bring on that, like not knowing what I was doing to my body or my children's body. And that's really scary. So we really have spent most of the last 2 decades trying to eradicate bacteria, and I mean all of the bacteria, and they're not all bad. So we've been doing this with like hand soap, nasty hand soap, nasty hand sanitizer, everything in between, and it's killed everything bad and good everywhere in our bodies, on our skin, all of that good stuff. Especially in our gut, and that hampers our immune system. We do need friendly bacteria in our immune system, in our guts, to make things better. And our guts run from the rooter to the tutor. Y'all know what that means, right? So we ended up with an epidemic of jacked up guts and antibiotic resistant superbugs. And that's when the medical community really started paying attention to this. And they get it now, I promise. I do know that one of the good things, so now that no one can find even, God forbid, Purell on the shelves, which I know that we would not touch that. Triclosan has been banned. So I think with everybody hoarding all the hand sanitizers out there, there's not going to be any more triclosan in the world, but we really do have a lot to do to make this better. So there's a ton of research on the mind-gut connection and how gut health is especially directly linked to autism and mental health. And, I know we're all on all of these different healthy websites that even have nothing to do with Young Living. And they all say the same thing about gut health, which is very, very comforting. So how do you fix this? You can flood your body with good bugs. So things like probiotic fermented foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt. So we have 2 amazing products with Young Living. So one of them is Life 9. So we've got that. This is an incredible, incredible supplement. I am very lucky that I chose to force my children to swallow pills at a very young age. These are not giant. I would say they're medium, y'all, right? Yeah, they're not very big.
Yeah, they're along the smaller side because when we're out of the other one.
If you needed to, you could break them up into yogurt or a baby bottle or juice or what have you and give them to your child that way. Or we have the amazing pixie stick, we like to call it. So this is Mighty Pro, and this is a pre and a probiotic. This literally tastes like candy. We keep it in a candy dish in our home, and my kids gladly reach for this, and they ask if they can have a pixie stick. So this is really, really awesome. It really does taste great. So those are 2 really good things to do when you want to replace all of those good bugs in your system. And really, we should all be taking these every day or cycling them. Like in our family, we like to do supplements pretty much Monday through Friday, take the weekend off, and then start right back with our supplements. So another strategy we can do is using essential oils and CBD to help our cells stay clean. Not to mention helping to reduce stress and sleeping better. So I know that we're probably all feeling a lot of stress right now. And, a wonderful thing that I hear a lot of people saying is we're not gonna freak out over something we can control, and we can make this the best situation ever. So I totally agree with that. So essential oils have been called the lifeblood of a plant. So they circulate through all of our tissues, through our cells. They carry nutrients in and waste out. When essential oils are applied to people and animals, they do the same thing. So they also help, like Juliet said, an essential oil paired with most things, probiotics being an exception. So when you pair an essential oil with anything, it completely helps the bioavailability. So the joke that Americans have the most expensive pee in the world, we can kind of debunk that a little bit, because when we're taking our supplements with oils, our bioavailability has been up by at least 70%. So that's huge. So we're using what we're spending our money on. So that's very cool. And oils really affect literally every system in our body, including our emotions, which is wonderful. So emotions, respiratory system, brain health, digestion, muscles and joints, everything in between. So this is pretty cool. So essential oils possess homeostatic intelligence. So homeostasis is a state of perfect wellness and a biological process within a living organism where it is functioning exactly as it should. So in the woo-woo world, we like to say, whatever oil you're using, it doesn't matter. It's going to do whatever it needs to do because your body's going to tell it to. And that's incredible. So while we're going to tell you the very, very best things to use tonight, and that's great, great tools, whatever you're going to pick up and use, it's going to treat your body well and do what your body needs, which is wonderful. So the CBD offers a similar effect as well. It mainly by reducing inflammation, which is so huge right now. I don't think the information about inflammation will ever go away. It is so important for us to reduce inflammation by our foods, our supplements, and every single thing we put into our bodies. So CBD, when used in concert with essential oils, the synergistic effects offers incredible immune supporting benefits. So we have been so lucky to have been paired with Nature's Ultra to have our CBD. So I have mint in my hand right now, but we also have cinnamon and citrus. And this can be used for so many different things. And it's wonderful. So we give it to our children, ourselves, and my giant dog, Millie, takes it as well. So that's super cool. So the third strategy in clearing out the toxins in our lives is really about, what are we using in our environment? So if we're doing all of these wonderful things for our bodies, it makes no sense to undo it by exposing yourself to toxins in your daily life. So it's really interesting how, to me, this is the epitome of know better, do better. I always had a candle lit. I always was looking for the sweetest smelling, prettiest labeled, God knows what was in it, stuff. And I didn't know. And when I knew, I said, okay, I'm going to do better than this. I'm not going to buy any more candles, but I'm going to use the ones I have. I'm not going to waste that. And every single time I went to light a candle, I physically could not force myself to do it. Just after seeing all of these things on all of these different sites about what candles do to irritate our airways and poison our air. So another thing, look at yourself on the floor with your children. Look at your children on the floor. Look at your pets on the floor. Look at your bare feet on the floor and your countertops. Everything that you're spraying or putting on them get absorbed into your skin. So it's so important to use something that's clean and not greenwashed to clean your home. So I will show you a bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner. So this giant bottle, you could see it next to my head, $20, and it's one capful. What's the size of my head looking like? Normal?
Yeah,
Big or
it's
small?
14 ounces. Your head looks like it's 14.4 ounces.
If I had either of my children in here, this bottle would look like this big. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have a sister who makes gorgeous, you'll call this cricket labels. So if you have, or is it circuit? I don't know what.
Yep,
Sir.
you got it. Nailed it.
If you have a bottle of, I don't care if it's a plastic bottle from wherever, Home Depot, you put this much Thieves household cleaner in there and you top it off with distilled water, or basically like a capsule of this. From windows to floors to countertops to small children to armpits to toys to dog beds to pillows to mattresses to God knows what else you want to spray it on, go ahead and do it. It is a wonderful non-toxic way that smells delightful, and you can feel good about crawling on the floor with your kids and the dog being on the floor and the kitty cat and all of that good stuff. So that is pretty incredible. It's very economical. It will save you a ton of money. We also love to diffuse Thieves essential oil. So God knows how many bottles I've ordered of this month, right, y'all? Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
And it's great to, when you're really trying to get some kind of a job done, 12 glorious drops in your diffusers of this at all times is quite magical. I did want to talk about hand sanitizer too. So it's very interesting. If you were to EWG app a product in your home, they let you actually use your phone and scan the barcode. You will be mortified usually by what you're using if it's not certified clean and green, like something like this. So I just feel very lucky to have these amazing products in our home. We've got all the things. Thieves foaming hand soap. So the thing about washing your hands for 20 seconds, it's not new information. We were always supposed to be washing our hands for 20 seconds. I find when your soap smells amazing, you tell your kids to smell it a little bit, and they'll do that every time. And that gives you a few more seconds of scrubbing or something, because again, we should have always been doing that. It's not new information. So these are just amazing products that will help us stay clean, but also help the good bugs to stay around. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is glutathione. So again, something that's very comforting is from every single healthy website I am on, Bulletproof, Mind, Body, Green, what have you, every single one has done many, many, many posts on glutathione. So it's mind-blowing. So glutathione, if you don't know, it's a naturally occurring antioxidant produced in our cells, which is pretty cool that our body does that for us. So healthy levels of glutathione increase energy, slow down the aging process, reduces muscle and joint discomfort, strengthens the immune system, helps prevent cancer, removes free radicals and heavy metals from the body, recycles antioxidants for reuse in the body. It is the master detoxifier and the most powerful antioxidant. It controls inflammation. It improves mental clarity and focus. Like, who knew that, right? So glutathione levels in the body can be reduced by a number of factors, including poor nutrition, environmental toxins, and stress. So the levels also decline with age. Sadly, so does collagen. Okay, so all of these things sound like the standard American diet, right? Like, I know, even if, we're doing 80-20, glutathione needs to be ramped up a bit. So we do have good news with this. Getting more sleep, eating sulfur-rich foods, and getting adequate selenium and vitamin C can help improve glutathione levels. So research has shown that the use of citrus oils greatly improve glutathione production. So y'all, have you ever smelt, I know you have, our citrus oils? They are sunshine in a bottle. They are so fresh. They are so invigorating. They are so delicious. They are so incredible. So I'm talking about things like lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange, tangerine, They support the body and what it was designed to do at the cellular level. There's lots of research, and Kristen, are you going to be posting the links to the research in the group?
I will. I'm afraid to minus this because I've lost it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just put it in the chat. I don't want to chance it. So I will share them. I'll share them in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Because they're really good.
That.
They're pretty, like, it's like science stuff. It's
Yes.
not like Mind Body Green, Wikipedia. This is like NCBI
Exactly.
data.
Perfect.
Nerdy stuff that we.
Yeah. We do have a supplement called Super B, and it does have it has selenium in it. So Super B is incredible for supporting a healthy nervous system and energy levels, which is wonderful. But we have this amazing powerhouse right here, and it's Super C. I have the chewable in my hands. My kids love it. It tastes kind of like a treat. And this too can turn on glutathione levels in your cells. So this is pretty incredible. So, okay, Kristen, I'm going to turn it back on over to you.
All right. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Jules. That was awesome. Nerdy stuff, but powerful, right? And I know that that stuff is really heavy, and I apologize, but I don't, because I feel like that's powerful information that we really kind of need to know the background as to how our immune system works, what taxes our immune system, how we can benefit our immune system before we jump into, it's like putting a Band-Aid on without really knowing what's actually wrong. It's like, oh yeah, my gut's messed up, but I'm just going to take some more stuff, over the counter stuff, and that'll fix it. No, you got to get to the root of the problem. So good stuff. Thank you guys so much for breaking it down very simply. And you can see why we're reading the script, because that's heavy, heavy, heavy duty stuff. All right. So now we're going to get to the good stuff. We're going to talk about oils that support your immune system, and we're going to talk about supplements that support your immune system. So get your pen and paper. I know I've been saying that all night, but that's coming. So first, let me just back up a little bit and share with you a few key things. And this is like lightning round. I know a lot of the folks that are here are already oily, which is fantastic. So I'm going to just go high level oils. And if you're very new to the world of Young Living and essential oils, reach out to the person that invited you here, and they can plug you into some deeper, 101 stuff. Okay. Sound good? All right. So what are essential oils? They are very simply steam distilled or cold pressed from the raw plant materials. And then therapeutically, they can support every single body system. So like Anne was talking about, our brain health, our respiratory system, our immune system, which we're talking about tonight, our digestion, our muscles, our joints, literally every single body system. 3 ways that you can use essential oils are aromatically, smelling. Y'all see we have our diffusers going. I've got my desert mist right there. I see Anne has the sweet aroma going as well right there. Jules has the desert mist going as well. And I know Kay has the area going. So we are getting oils into our system right now aromatically. And the cool part about that is like the fastest ways to your bloodstream. And it's also the center of the emotions. That's why when you smell something, you're automatically taken to like a happy place or not so happy place. So aromatically is awesome. Topically is the second way you can use oils. Topical is just right on your skin. Our skin is our largest organ, so it absorbs the good as well as the not so good. So you can, oh, sorry, Julia, I'm going to stop your video. You're going to still be with us. Hope that's okay. I'm manning the fort while I'm talking. So topically, you're going to want to put an oil on your skin with a carrier oil. Unfortunately, I don't have one near me right now, but a carrier oil is basically a fatty vegetable oil that you use to dilute the oil. Jules, thank you very much. That is our V6 carrier oil. And you can really use any fatty vegetable oil as your carrier oil. It does not have to be the V6, even though I really like that because it's got a convenient pump. But any fatty vegetable oil will help the oil to disseminate into your skin, into your system. So you're not using too much of it, and it's also kind of creates like a time release in your body. The third way you can use oils, and this is crazy, but you can actually ingest them. Yes, you heard that right. Our oils are labeled for ingestion. These white oils right here, which we're going to kind of go into more detail in a few minutes, those are our vitality oils. They're actually labeled as a supplement by the FDA. So you can put them in a veggie capsule, you can put them in your water, you can cook with them, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so why Young Living? Why are we so crazy passionate about this company? Like what's the deal? Like, can't you just get oils like on Amazon, right? Right, Ann? Like that's where I used to get mine. So why am I going through Young Living? Well, if you haven't noticed, we are all pretty passionate about this company, and there's really 3 reasons why. 3 words: seed to seal. That is what sold me when I was researching the bejesus out of what essential oil company should I use on my children who were very young at the time. Young Living rose to the top because the seed to seal guarantee. I am a know thy farmer kind of person. I want to know exactly where my food is coming from. I mean, so much at the point where like, what are you feeding your chickens? Because I want to know, because I don't want that crap in my eggs. Like, that's how cray-cray I am. So seed to seal really stuck out for me. And basically what that means, that is our promise that what you're getting is what you're supposed to get. From the time that the seed is planted to the time the seed is sourced to the time that the bottle is sealed and sent to your doorstep, you're guaranteed 100% purity, authenticity, no chemicals, no herbicides, no funny business. There is no junk going in your oils other than what nature intended. 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. There's so much stuff out there. I mean, you can go anywhere and buy oils these days. You're not going to get guaranteed stuff. I mean, and we own all of our own farms. We've all been to a Young Living farm here tonight, the Brady Bunch, right? We've seen how it all goes down. We've planted lavender with our bare hands. We've seen how it's distilled. We've seen how it's tested. We've seen how it's bottled, like 100% transparency. It's absolutely amazing. So, okay, I'll get off that pedestal. So we're the world leader in essential oils, and we're truly the pioneers in this industry. 25 years. I mean, we've been in business. This is going on our 26th year, actually. So it's pretty remarkable. All right. So now we're going to get to the fun part. We're going to talk to you about our favorite oils. We're going to share our favorite oils and supplements that you're going to want to take every day to stay above the wellness line and keep your immune system in tip-top shape. So what we're going to do, first, we're going to start with sharing oils and supplements that are both inside the starter kit and outside of the starter kit, starting with the premium starter kit. That is pretty much how most folks get started, is the premium starter kit. It is the easy button, because when we all get started, we're like, I don't know, I've just heard of lavender. What else is there out there? This is the easy button, and we're going to walk you through the oils that are in here that can support the immune system. You're going to be like, oh, they all do. So designed that way. So Jules is going to take it from here and tell us about the oils, her favorite oils in the starter kit and what they do to support the immune system. So Jules, take it away.
All right. So I thought this was pretty cool because when we were narrowing the information for this, it was neat. I just hadn't realized it, I guess, but it was cool to see that. So the 12 oils that come in your kit, so there's 12 oils that come in your kit. So 10 of those oils are supporting the immune system, which is pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't have thought that before. Like, I would have just thought about a powerful blend called Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just cruise through these oils. Is that cool with you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to cruise.
It's basically a blend. This is like the Bob Diggity of immune support. That's what I would say. It's just so good. It smells like Christmas. This is like what everybody has going on right now, I would say, is Thieves. It's awesome. Google the Thieves legend if you are a newbie, or ask your person, whoever referred you. And then next up I have Raven. So Raven is another blend. This is respiratory support. I think respiratory support has like eucalyptus in it. It's so good. This is nice in the diffuser, or you could make like a little roll on, make yourself a chest rub. I think I didn't mention with Thieves, it has a white label you can see. So you can actually ingest it like a dietary supplement. So you can make like a nice wellness tea. That's what I was drinking here this evening. And then let's see, frankincense. Frankincense, I mean, this is the OG oil, frankincense right here. Been around for centuries, has so many good properties, including, supporting the immune system. But I also like to think about how it is helping with sleep and stress and emotion. So this is a very grounding oil. Definitely want to have frankincense be going on in your life right now. I would say at nighttime in the diffuser would be a nice time for meditation. Yes, thank you, Jen. Meditation right now, like just being in the moment, trying to turn off the screens, the new
Probably been to it 3 times.
be present with yourself. Lemon. So we talked about lemon. Lemon is a obviously a citrus oil. This is one that is high in the glutathione. I'm excited about this whole glutathione thing because that's new for me. Like I didn't really know much about it, and it's pretty exciting, right? Yeah. All right. So Citrus Fresh, this would be another one that is also high in the glutathione. This is a blend of some different citruses like mandarin, orange, tangerine. There's a hint of spearmint in there. This is just really nice for neutralizing odors. It's a very uplifting scent. I like to have this going kind of during the day. It's just like a real happy kind of scent. Lavender, of course, we all know about lavender. Lavender is excellent for calming, for relaxation. This is, I mean, gosh, they're all so good, right? So this one right here, I would put in the diffuser with frankincense. So good when we're speaking about immune support. I think about sleep is so important. And so this is going to be helping you with sleep and relaxation and calm. Putting it in a bath with some Epsom salts, that's really nice. I've been doing a lot of baths lately. Peace and calming. This is like my jam right here. I love this. This is like my BFF oil right here. This has saved me from, it's just really been helpful for emotional support, I would say. I love this oil so much. It's a blend. Peace and calming, it's what it's called. And I really like it. That's what it does. I like to put this in my diffuser. I like to roll it on. I like to wear it. I have like I don't have it on right now, but a diffuser necklace, put it in there. This is great for, again, the sleep, the stress, the emotions. That's what we want to be targeting always, really, if you have that, but certainly right now. Let's see, Stress Away, another one right here that's great for emotional support, for sleep. This smells like, it's so good. It's like, smells like vacation. So this is actually, I had this going on earlier today. It's just like, okay, yeah, you think that you're on a beach with like maybe a margarita. All right, Digest is a blend that's great for digestive support. Remember how we talked about gut function? Sorry.
You've been hanging out with Ann too long.
So your gut is very important for immune support. Your effing gut is good for immune support. So take your Digest. And again, this is
and now we lost Kay. Okay, she's back.
A white label vitality oil, so you can ingest this. You can rub it right over your digestive organs on your stomach topically with a carrier oil. And then last but not least, we have peppermint, which again, we're going into our gut. This is great for digestion and opening up the airways as well. Gosh, whenever I start talking about these oils, I'm like, damn, they're all so good, right? It's like, whoo, all right. So the starter kit, so those were 10 out of 12 oils in your starter kit. Here's the oils. And then you get some bonuses, which quite frankly are awesome. So you're going to get 2 packets of your Ningxia Red. Remember we talked about the antioxidants earlier, so you're going to be able to try your Ningxia Red. This stuff is just awesome. We love it. We love it. Tastes so good. And then probably the most valuable thing right now that you're going to be getting in your kit is a little bottle of hand sanitizer, which Anne talked about. This stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's right?
Black market right now, guys.
Throw some comments down about this hand sanitizer because there's like nothing better than this hand sanitizer. It smells so good. It doesn't dry out your hands. And then the Thieves Spray. So this is basically like a concentrated thieves cleaner that you can spray all your surfaces. If you're going to the grocery store, spray down your carts. If you have to get into a plane, spray down all the things in your aisle.
Your shopping carts when you're shopping 8 times before.
Yes. So like these things for real. I mean,
absolutely.
My goodness. All right. So let's see, what else am I saying? All right, so that's the kit. So if you're here with us tonight, you likely already have, I think a lot of folks already have their starter kit. But if you don't, then you want to circle back with the person who invited you to this webinar, and they can help you get hooked up.
We're out.
Oh, I'm delirious a little bit.
Out.
All right, so speaking of hooking you up, Kay Cooney over here,
Mhm.
the nerdiest of nerdy nurses ever.
Yeah, but I don't say the F word in public, okay?
Is going to talk to us about the magic that exists outside of the starter kit. Take it away.
So it's so funny how, and maybe Kristen did this on purpose or just by divine inspiration, that I'm getting to talk about the supplements. So when I first started with the oils, I was a fairly unhealthy individual. In fact, if I had to give myself a health score, it would probably have been about, on a scale of 0 to 10, I was probably about a 2. I basically had the functional status of a baked potato. And when I look at where I'm at now, this is what's really interesting is the 4 of us are nurses, and the information that we're sharing with you guys, this didn't come from our jobs. This didn't come from textbooks or formal education. This came from this community and from each other, and for learning. Like what you're looking at is 4 completely ferocious learners. What I'm able to share with you is, as a type 2 diabetic, which is a metabolic diet-driven issue, right? And a lot of people who have diabetes don't want to hear that. But diabetics that are type 2 ate their way into it and can eat their way out of it. One of the challenges that we all deal with in terms of why we need to supplement, right? And I fought this. So when I was going through radical diet change, and I'm talking, I was measuring every green, everything. I was trying to balance out the vitamins, the nutrients, the amino acids, all of it to get it. It is physically impossible for a human being to ingest enough food to get all of the nutrients that we need. I never realized that. I never tried it. I wasn't interested. And when I started to try it, I was like 7 to 10 cups of greens a day. I'm like, okay, I'm down for this, right? There's not enough chewing in the body. Add to that the state of most of our guts. Everybody requires supplementation. It's just part of our world today. Our soil's depleted. We're dealing with a whole lot of toxic situation. And when you start looking at on nutritional websites, some of the more progressive ones, I really like Weston Price, Weston Price. I find them to be a highly credible resource. You're starting to read things like that the apple and what we see as what are the nutrients in an apple are nowhere near what we expected them to have been when they tested this 20 years ago. So that's where all of this becomes so important. The glutathione piece, if you are a type 2 diabetic, Femigen is one of our products that is a huge glutathione booster on top of our citrus oils. And if you are a type 2 diabetic, you want to pay attention to the research on glutathione. It is believed that all diabetics are deficient in glutathione. So supplementing that is huge. So let me get to this. So here's one of the things that I learned, and I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed. So you're in supporting your immune system, it's like having a diversified investment portfolio. What do I mean by that? So you, over time, no matter what, your body is going to become adaptive and desensitized. So you want to keep changing it up. How do you do that? How do you know what you're doing, right? That's our job here. So the folks that so much time diving into the education, we're here to help you with that and teach you intuitively to listen to your body. I had no idea what this journey was going to look like when I started. I just kind of kept showing up and try one thing. Okay, somebody advises me on this. And you figure this out as you're going. And we're here to help, and we love to help, and we love to share how well we're feeling and what we've seen that's been successful. So having a diverse collection of different things means we have an arsenal that we can throw at our bodies when the poo-poo hits the fan. Like right now, this isn't about all I'm doing is stocking up in thieves in my life. Given the current events going on, we're using thieves, we're using gut health, Life 9, we're using Ningxia Red, we're using a whole host of oils. We're really mixing it up and letting the combo of these things take over. also not every person is the same, right? So my body responds very differently to things than my daughter or my husband's. So throwing a host of things at you is hugely important. Also, quality matters. We've talked about this earlier tonight. The bioavailability piece is huge, 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 huge. So knowing that you're spending your money and you're absorbing these nutrients is key. It really is. And I can tell you, for the first time in my life, I'm motivated and I'm taking my daily supplements because I am getting a return on the investment. I'm seeing the difference in my skin, my hair, my nails, my health. Okay. So first, we're going to cover some of the supplements. And the bottom line is they aren't fancy, and this is easy. So if you can drink, if you can swallow, if you can take a pill, if you can put a pill in a box, if you can put a pill in your mouth, you can do supplements, right? This isn't fancy. It isn't fancy, but it's amazing. So here's some of my favorites. And I know this is going to sound like a broken record for some, but when it's good, it's good. I would credit Ningxia Red with probably having the biggest change in my overall attitude, health, well-being, stabilizing my blood sugar, nourishing every single organ system in my body. The stuff tastes amazing. You can drink it straight up. You can drink it in salsa water. I've known a person or two who perhaps adds it to their alcoholic beverage. You can use Ningxia in so many ways. It comes in a bottle or packets on the go. It is, if you're going to make one decision in your life to go, okay, where do I start? I started with the Ningxia. It didn't feel like supplementation to me, and it took me down a road to wellness. Master Formula. So I fought taking Master Formula for the longest time because it felt like taking pills, right? And I was like, I'm not taking pills anymore. When I took the Master Formula, our Master Formula is unbelievable. It is a system in a packet with multiple different vitamins, minerals, nutriments. It's phenomenal. So when I was getting onto a healthier diet, and Kristen's holding that up there, what they do is they lump the vitamins and the minerals and the nutriments together so that it's complementary, right? They don't just mold everything into one and down the hatch it goes. I love that. Inner defense. Folks, start with the gut. I want to make sure every single supplement I take, I don't want expensive urine, right? I want my urine to be absolutely with nothing else in it. Life9 helps the absorption of every single other thing you take. You want your gut in order. And the probiotics taken on an empty stomach, right? Once a day, most of us need that, right? I could go on about Life9 till the cows come home, and that one goes in your fridge. Kids Mighty Pro, right? So the Mighty Pro is our probiotic, prebiotic that we use for kids. And Anne was talking about how she puts it out in a candy bowl. So that is the one, probably the supplement that we go through the most in our house. People just grab and go with it. Love it. Adults and kids. ImmuPro. So when your gut is off balance, your sleep is disrupted. I can't think of a better way to get yourself some sleep, right? So you've got melatonin in this and basically thieves. So you're protecting your immune system and you're getting a good night's sleep. And it's chewable and they're tasty. And I have to thank Luann for that. She was one of my roommates when we were traveling, and she was taking them, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I love that. Anything chewable that tastes like candy is like a treat. Mighty Vites. So we also use the Mighty Vite system, my 25-year-old. It's like a nice, easy on the go, right? And Super C. Everybody needs the Super C right now. Everybody should be boosting themselves. So my supplement schedule looks very different during the winter time than it does during the summertime. It's a lot lighter during the summer, but it has been almost 2.5 years since I've been sick. So I love it. And I think that I'm worth that investment. So directly linked to immune support remotely, Sleep Essence. So when I came to Young Living, I had been on call for or backup on call for over 20 years. I no longer had a sleep cycle. Sleep Essence was my bestie. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful combination of oils, combination of melatonin. Love that stuff. and cortisol. So all of you adrenal folks, all of you folks that are waking up from 2 to 4 in the morning, your mind spins, your body spins, the stress is getting to you, cortisol for 30 days on, and then you take a couple weeks off. Really, really important for the immune system. You are making yourself real acidic when you are stressed and worried and constantly in fight or flight. Cortisol's your friend. Now, how do you want to do all this on a budget? That's a whole nother topic for another day called essential rewards. But if you're buying your supplements and you're doing this on a regular basis and you're not on ER, you're totally missing out on a whole bunch of savings for yourself. Now, real quick, I just want to go back. Anne had mentioned about CBD, and CBD is also part of immune system, right? Supports sleep, supports inflammation, supports pain, but it also supports our natural endocannabinoid systems in our body, which is part of one of many regulatory immune functions that we have. So the endocannabinoid system helps establish and maintain homeostasis or balance in your whole body. So it's a balancing agent when you fall out of balance. That's hugely important. So your body produces endocannabinoids as needed to help modulate and regulate cell function, including the cells in your immune system. So if you want an example of how humans make their own endocannabinoid, all breastfeeding moms produce endocannabinoids in their breast milk. And if you've ever seen a newborn born baby fall off after they've eaten and look like they were absolute milk drunk, that's the endocannabinoids in that baby. And we do produce those. So putting the CBD in and boosting that system again in our body, wonderful thing. So CBD does a whole host of things, and your immune system is just one of them. Google CBD and get up to speed on that. Our Nature's Ultra CBD is cutting edge, and it's called a Smart Spectrum CBD. So we've completely removed the THC, the mind-altering component of the cannabis family, and we've replaced it with essential oils. So in doing that and putting our oils back in, we are returning terpenes. Terpenes are wonderful molecules that do a whole host of different things. And they're also the thing that gives plants their smell, right? So lavender has terpenes. Every single oil has terpenes. The fragrant imprint of each plant is a result of the different combinations of terpenes that are in them. So cannabis is unique in that each strain of it has a unique profile of terpenes. The whole science of CBD is just starting and evolving. There's CBD, there's CBG, the CBV. You know, that's going to become its whole own host of info as we progress and learn more and more about it. So these different properties can act independently in addition to what the CBD molecule does, right? So when we do Smart Spectrum with Young Living, we're giving you both the CBD component as well as these terpenes. So don't discount this in terms of your strategy in diversifying your immunity portfolio. So there are several known and studied terpenes that all exhibit different medicinal effects. Overall, terpenes contribute to the medicinal properties of cannabis, a phenomenon known as the entourage effect. Think of this as Kim Kardashian with Khloe and everybody all out for the night, right? Everybody, Kim is glamorous, but when you add Kim and Khloe and the rest of them, boy, oh boy, do you have a show. So it's the power of many working together. Okay, think of a team of players versus a single person, right? Go Kardashians. So now where else have we heard about terpenes, right? Our essential oils. This is part of why we oil. They're full of wonderful terpenes. So here's the cool part. By adding the CBD, the essential oils to the CBD, meaning only the CBD, right, as an isolate, it creates this unbelievable synergistic effect. And that is what Nature's Ultra and our CBD is all about. If you don't already have our CBD, you can get it in as a tincture, you can get it as a roller, you can get it as the muscle bomb. So Kristen's got some here. This is the Calm, which has been really helpful this week. And it's a roller, right? It's just a simple roller. This is so great. It goes in your purse, right? Where do you roll it? Wherever you think you need it. right? This is one of the things in the starter kit. Then there's the tincture drops that you can apply.
So
Or
you can apply them topically under your tongue,
thank
perhaps.
you. Perhaps.
Topically under your tongue, maybe. It's a mucous membrane.
Exactly.
That.
And
Or on
and
your
that's all. And that's all we're gonna say about that
Mhm.
until our next presentation. Or you can use a rub. I love the rub. I love, 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 love. And it's really as simple as, so this, when I first got this, I'm like, oh my God, that's tiny. My first thing of this lasted me almost 5 months, right? So when I'm using this, I am using a teeny, 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 tiny amount, and I'm just rubbing in. Great, great stuff. And again, these are all just tools in your arsenal right now on taking care of yourself. And the awesome part is we all have a little extra time right now to be more mindful, right? I think about this whole epidemic situation as like the blizzard of 78. And if you're my age, you know what that means. You guys probably weren't even born then. So it is an opportunity for us as a society to take good care of one another, to slow down, to do great things for one another, to support each other's stress, right? So I'm not all sad about what's going on. I know that I have great faith in us as a community that will take good care of each other.
Mhm.
So if you have not yet gone the route of CBD and you're a member, you may just want to think about getting a CBD starter kit by enrolling a family member or otherwise. It is an unbelievable massive value at $165. I think I forget how much we save on that, but it's a huge, 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 huge savings.
Yeah, it's like
So
$75. It's crazy.
it's awesome
Yeah.
for such a great, great, clean product. Now I am passing off to the beautiful and amazing and humorous and crazy and unpredictable friend that I just love with all my heart, Miss Ann. You're up, girl.
But will I drop an F-bomb? We'll see.
I'm voting on that. I got Vegas odds on that.
So just to piggyback what Kay was talking about, the CBD is incredible on your skin, as well as the myriad of other amazing things it does. That tiny little container of balm takes about 1/4 of your fingernail to spread onto an amazing area. The roller, my little boy, from washing his hands, his little wrist get dry. So to support that, we do Omega Jais capsules, and then I keep my Calm roller on his bedside table, and then we just roll that onto his wrist at night, and it's just beautiful, beautiful for your skin. So we're going to talk about some powerhouse oils next, and we could probably be here all night. So I'm going to try to shimmy this down to just a few. Emu Power. Do you notice how I have a roller top on this one? So this is pretty much like liquid gold. What I do is I'm just gonna say it. I say what the fuck, and I had to say it. I use it in the diffuser because it's amazing.
Mhm.
And then when it's about halfway still full, keeping it real positive here, I top it off with a little bit of a carrier and put a rollerball top on it, and then we just roll it along our spines, our feet bottoms, our wrist, and use it that way. So this is incredible, and it's an amazing way for to use our rollers, which really, really can extend the life of a bottle of essential oil. So oregano. Y'all know y'all have heard this on every Facebook site known to man, the benefits of oregano essential oil. Oregano is one of our hot oils, so you can put a drop of this in your hand with a drop of the carrier oil, or dilute this and put a roller top on here. Again, so, so beautiful on our spines. It's a real huge component of the raindrop technique. And listen, if we're all walking around, as my friend Carol Bender put it, smelling like a Caesar salad, That's amazing. Like I'll take that smell any day. Egyptian gold. I love to pair Egyptian gold with Exodus 2. So our amazing RCD, Lindsay Gramont, told us about this incredible little recipe that you can do. So you either take your rose ointment or your animal sense ointment. I personally like the animal sense a little bit better because it's a little bit more fluid. But if you don't have that and you only have the rose ointment, you could just like mash it on a plate with a fork and then add your oils to that. So it's basically 1 ounce of animal sense ointment or rose ointment, 7 drops of each Egyptian gold and Exodus 2. And you just mix that up and keep it in a tiny container or like a half mason jar. And we love to roll a Q-tip in it and then just like swab the insides of our noses. So, and then just breathe through your nose as much as possible, which is incredible if you are in a congested space or in a train or on an airplane or anything like that. It's just, it's supercharged, and we all know what our nose hairs do for us. And if you don't, Google it, and then your oils and your ointment just supercharge whatever your nose hairs are doing for your body. So it's pretty incredible. I have a bunch of other things at my fingertips here. I'm just going to go through them really, really quickly. So if you don't know it, your Thieves comes in a beautiful roller. So especially if you have a small child who might be a little bit sensitive, because we use these a lot after we get out of the bathtub or the shower. So again, this rolled along your spine, your feet bottoms. We absolutely love this all around our ears and on our neck. It is just wonderful and so comforting. And then you smell like a cinnamon roll. So there you go. That's really, really cool. Breathe again. I'm just going to say it does what it says. So this is beautiful, swiped underneath your nose, along your cheekbones, behind your neck, on your chest, on your back. It's pretty incredible. RC, I dare say that this is my most favorite oil of all time. It is fragrant, it's uplifting, it's great to support your body's response to maybe too much exercise, if you're needing a little pick-me-up with a little soreness. But this for the respiratory system is incredible. So you can diffuse this, you can, again, swipe under your nose, behind your ears, on your chest, on your back. And I too love how our massage oils come in a pumper, because it makes that carrier oil so convenient to use. So for me, a pump of either Ortho Sport or Ortho Ease massage oil and a few drops of RC, and you just slather your chest and your back and your feet and your kids. You're going to head out to a great day, and no one's going to be looking at you sideways for putting out unwanted air. I guess I don't know how to say that compliantly, but you're not going to be coughing like bejesus, and I'll leave it at that.
That's awesome. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. I know, I apologize. I didn't realize how long this is going to take. This is the first time we've ever done this workshop on a Zoom, and clearly there's a lot of stuff to cover. So I want to thank you guys for sticking around. We are literally almost done. I'm going to just finish this out, and then we can go to bed on the East Coast, because I know it's 9:30. It's like we're turning into pumpkins. All right, so who likes to save money, right? Show of hands, I certainly do. So if you're not already a Young Living member with one of our amazing teammates, you can get yourself a starter kit, which we talked about tonight. Starter kit with some extra goodies in the bottom with the Nixia Red and the Thieves hand sanitizer and the Thieves spray. $165. You're going to get yourself a diffuser as well. So whoever invited you to this class tonight, just circle back with them and they'll get you hooked up. And the cool thing about getting your starter kit is once you get your starter kit, you're going to be able to get all of the oils and the supplements and the CBD and everything at 24% off. It's a wholesale discount that you're going to get for life, which is really, really amazing. If you'd like to save even more money, great news. If you heard about the Health is in Your Hands bundles. Those were literally just announced today. We could not have planned this class any better around this promotion. So the Health is in Your Hands bundle, there's actually 3 bundles. There is one Mama Jamma bundle, which has all the things I'm going to show you right now. You get 2 bottles. Look at these cool bottles. 25th anniversary Ningxia Red bottle. So a 2-pack of that. You're going to get Thieves Cleaner, a big bottle of Thieves Cleaner. You're going to get Thieves Hand Soap with the pump. A refill for your Thieves Hand Soap. You're going to get Thieves Spray, Thieves Mouthwash, Super C Chewable. Remember Kay talked about that, and Anne as well, and then the Life 9. And then you're going to get the Thieves Roll-On, which Anne just spoke about. And then you're going to get 4 oils. You're going to get RC, which we know Anne loves. You're going to get another bottle of Thieves. Like, what is it, Jules? Did you say you've gone through like a lot of these over the last month and a half? You're going to get Eucalyptus globulus. Did we talk about this one tonight? I don't know if we did, but eucalyptus, we've heard about eucalyptus. It's wonderful to support the airways. It's wonderful for the immune system. So I love to put that one in the diffuser to, it's very refreshing. It's very inviting, and it's also good for respiratory support. In addition to purification. Now I know Anne, you use some purification as well. So talking about cleansing and purifying the air to, so we're breathing clean air, if you know what I mean. Okay. Purification is good for that. So Young Living knows how to take care of us, and they know pretty much what we need. So they put these bundles together at different price points. I'm not going to pretend that I know what they all are, because that would be crazy. But in our Facebook group, the different bundles are in there. I know that they are in very limited supply. And once they're gone, they're gone. This is kind of like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. These things are here and then poof, they're gone. So if you're kind of thinking that this might be something that you might want to grab if you're already a member, so not only are you going to get your 24% discount, you're also getting an additional discount on top of that 24% off, which is awesome. The downside is you can't order them on Essential Rewards, but you're getting a major discount. So it's all a wash in the end anyway. All right. So what else did I want to mention? Okay. So when you're not buying bundles like this, you also, and Kay had alluded to this as well, is ordering your products and supplements on Essential Rewards. So show of hands in the chat. How many of y'all are on Essential Rewards? How much do you love it? Like, it's life-changing. It's the only way that you want to be ordering products through Young Living. For real. You're not only saving 24% off with your wholesale discount, you're also getting points back, up to 25% back in your purchases every single month. Like, for real, I know Target's not doing that for me. I've had my red card for like a while, and those sons of guns are still just giving me 5% back every time I buy crap at Target. So what the heck? Young Living's giving me 25% back on all of my purchases every single month. It's ridiculous. Plus you get extra freebies on top of that every month if you're spending a certain amount. And then they're super cool, and they're giving you like a free gift like every 3 months for just sticking around. Like, it's remarkable. It's just the most amazing program ever. So when somebody says to me that living healthy and holistically and all natural is too expensive, I call baloney, because it's really not. You can do this on a serious budget if you know what you're doing. And that's the beauty of our community, is we're going to show you how to do it. We're going to show you how to ditch and switch your entire home. We're going to show you how to make it manageable. We're going to show you how to not be overwhelmed. And we're going to show you how to save a whole lot of money doing it as well. So with that said, if you're not yet a member, you can get yourself a starter kit. You could just hook back up with the person that invited you tonight. You can get yourself a oil starter kit. If you're not really into the oils, but you want to ditch and switch, you can get a Thieves starter kit, which comes with some Thieves products. You can get a Ningxia Red starter kit, which has Ningxia Red products, or a CBD starter kit. Pretty cool, right? The cool thing about the CBD, actually the not so cool thing, is if you're already a member, we can't buy these. So, but you can enroll your spouse and you can get it that way. So if you have not yet figured that out, to enroll your spouse, to not only get a thank you check for enrolling him or her, but also get a great set of products at a deep, deep, deep discount, you could do that as well. So without any further ado, I think that covers everything. Ladies, have I forgotten anything?
No, we're good.
I think we've pretty much hit the wall with immune support. We're not going to be taking any questions per se in the live class because we don't want any words, hot words dropped, if you know what I mean. If you have any questions in the chat, I'll give it another minute or so, and then we can maybe address those. Otherwise, we will close it out. And again, we'll go in and check the comments that are in the Facebook group. I'm dying to see what's in there. We haven't even been in there. Hopefully that's still going. But just remember, if you're new here or if you're just getting started, this really is a journey, not a destination. Like, I'm 5.5 years in and I'm still learning. I'm sure I can speak for Kay and Jules and Anne as well. It's just, you learn something new every single day. The level of community and support that you're getting, not only from the folks here tonight, but like our extended Young Living family, is just remarkable. I've never, ever been in a group, I guess you could call it, of mostly women that is just so amazing and so supportive and so comforting and so feels like family and home. And like, I don't know, it's like it's just all are welcome. Like, it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I'm super proud to be a part of it and honored. And it just fills me with so much joy that we get to do this every single day, serve our members, serve our community, serve each other. And we get paid to do this. Like, that's crazy. I wasn't this happy when I was doing nursing. Were you guys?
No.
Mm-mm. So it's pretty awesome. All right. So let's see. Any questions? Oh, nothing but love. All right. I am not happy. Okay. So yeah, Kate Burke, we're getting her out of her healthcare job. So that's coming. Kate is an OT getting her doctorate. She is a badass. All right. Any questions? You're going to need another spouse to get the CBD kit. Yeah. Go to Utah. Maybe we'll find you another man. All right. Am I rolling my stuff? Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. All right, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around for 90 minutes of chit chat. Have a great evening. Stay healthy out there, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.